Hi, I'm Sharon Hearn-Smith and I am getting prepared for the festive season with Mummy Pages. Now, I'm the author of this cookbook, No Bake Baking, and I wanted to show you a recipe in here that I did, the jeweled Princess Castle cake. Have a look. It's a two-tiered chocolate biscuit cake, and then the outside is covered in a chocolate ganache and then white chocolate shards with lots of lovely sprinkles to give it a lovely colour. So what I plan to do today, I've converted this into a Christmas pudding, an individual Christmas pudding, because I know lots of people don't like the traditional fruit pudding, so this is a great alternative that everybody in the family is really going to enjoy. So to make the pudding, it just has a few simple ingredients. And first of all, in a bowl over a pan of simmering water, I have melted down two types of chocolate, milk and dark chocolate, because sometimes people find dark chocolate a little bit bitter, so the milk just kind of sweetens it up a little bit, the milk chocolate. And also I have some butter in there, and it's just made this nice, gooey, chocolatey sauce. So I'm just going to take that off the heat. And you can also do this in the microwave if you like. Just blast it in 30-second blasts and stir each time just to ensure that it doesn't burn. So to that, I'm going to add some Digestive biscuits, which are a favourite for chocolate biscuit cake. You could use whatever biscuit you like, really. Ginger nut biscuits are great. What else? Maybe chocolate covered Digestive biscuits, maybe a bit more chocolate. So whatever biscuit you like, just break them in. You don't even have to bash them or pulse them in a processor. And this is a recipe that the kids are going to love to make. So the biscuits are in, and then I have another ingredient which you may or may not put in your chocolate biscuit cake, but I love to put it in, condensed milk. And this just gives a lovely kind of fudgy finish to the chocolate. So it's not so set hard, but it's just a nice kind of chew in the chocolate. And that is all the ingredients. And then just simply mix everything around. So this is so simple. I mean, a traditional Christmas pudding, I think, is quite easy to make also. People get freaked out about it, but I think it's quite easy to make. It's just a matter of mixing lots of ingredients together. And it obviously does take a long time to cook, but this is far more simple again, and it's no bake. And then I have a pudding basin. You can use, you can buy the nice plastic ones, and this is a ceramic one that I have, and I've lined it with cling film just to stop the mixture from sticking and to be able to get it out of the bowl in the end. And then pour everything in. Now I like to do this in stages, and I'll show you why. Just put a little bit in there and just stop, and then I grab a spoon and just press it in right down into the corners, and then that way, sometimes with chocolate biscuit cake you tend to get kind of air pockets around the biscuits, or kind of holes around the biscuits, but that way it will ensure that the whole thing is kind of nice and smooth on the outside to give a nice finish. So a little bit more. You know what, once the chocolate is melted on the heat, you could totally just hand this over to the kids with some instructions about what to do and let them at it. Well, hope for the best obviously, but it might keep them quiet for a few minutes. Okay, and then the last bit. And as well as the biscuits in there, you could also add things in like orange zest or raisins or apricots or cranberries for Christmas time. Whatever you like. Maltesers are a favourite as well in chocolate biscuit cake. Whatever you like as extras to go in there. I like to keep the basis simple because I'm going to decorate it with some nice goodies in the end. So then the last kind of smooth over. That is looking great. And then just cover it over with that excess cling film. And then that is it. Just simply pop it in the fridge for at least 4 hours or overnight, or actually you can be prepared well ahead in advance. This will last in the fridge for 1-2 weeks even. So just leave it in the fridge until completely set, and then it's ready to go. So this is the set pudding from the fridge. I'm just going to lift it out of the bowl. Now sometimes it tends to get a little bit stuck, and if it does, just kind of give a tug with the cling film, and if that doesn't work, get a little knife perhaps. You just need to kind of release the airlock in there, but luckily mine lifted out nicely. And then I have a nice cake stand that I'm going to pop it onto. So just remove some of that cling film. It should just peel off easily. And then pop the cake stand now under the pudding. Oh, sit them on and get rid of the rest of that cling film. And there we have our no-bake Christmas pudding. How simple was that? And now to finish him off, to decorate, it's a he, obviously. I have some melted chocolate that I melted down, but I've just allowed it to cool a little bit so it doesn't melt this chocolate. And also it is just thickened up nicely that when I drizzle it over, hopefully it will just stay nicely on the pudding. So spoon that over. Just a little bit at a time. Oh, wait till you see the kind of waterfall down the front now. Delicious. You can never have enough chocolate on Christmas Day. There we go. And then to finish it off even more, I have lots of lovely sprinkles and things to put on top, which I'll show you now. That's looking good. Just a bit more on the back here. Lovely. Okay, and now for the sprinkles. I have a little plate here filled with goodies. I have some dried cranberries, which I've roughly chopped, golden raisins, some green pistachios, some dried apricots, and some whole almonds, which I've chopped as well. So I'm just going to sprinkle a selection of those over. And the colours of them are wonderful. And they'll give a nice kind of crunch and juicy freshness from the fruits. Does that look good? It's like a little snow-capped mountain. And then you can never have enough razzle-dazzle at Christmas time. So I have some gold edible balls to sprinkle on top. Again, stick to the chocolate and a few of them flying all over the floor as well. And then some glitter. Now this is edible glitter, don't worry. And be sure to buy edible, not just from your arts and crafts kit. And sprinkle that over. I have a nice kind of, a kind of burgundy colour here. And I also have, oh, that looks just great. From here anyhow, I hope it does for you. And then I have a nice goldy one as well. So when you're decorating this, you can decorate it just before serving. So the chocolate, the white chocolate is still kind of nice and tacky. Or if you prefer, you can decorate it beforehand and pop it back in the fridge to set. And then when you cut through, it's kind of nice and crisp. And then the final touch, Christmas isn't Christmas without red currants. I'm just going to lay some on top and a little bit of holly from the garden. And that is my no-bake chocolate biscuit Christmas pudding.